was half asleep. I was more than half asleep. And then my alarm went off. And of course it was as clear as I'd hoped. So got myself a little coffee. Now I'm all awake again. What's going on, everybody? Just jumping on the chat. What's up, Heather? Pensacola, Florida, what's up? Los Brooklyn. Don't work tomorrow. Exactly. What's up, Dr. Michael Miller, PhD? Hey, we could have a blue moon this month. I haven't read that, but maybe. What's up, Proud? What's up, Elliot? Z-Proxy, I saw you lurking earlier. So, Waning Crescent, last few days of the moon. I think I might get another session, but this could be the last one. It's looking really nice. Got some rolling turbulence and decent views of Sinus Iridum, Clavius, and Copernicus is alright. It's a little wobbly. Earthshine, Dark Side. Tried to peep that a little bit. It's kind of grayed out. I need to find my my telescope lens. Just get us a little bit wider and get that Earthshine shot. Otherwise, Terminator line coming down right on Eratosthenes, Apennine Mountains, cutting right into Mare Imbrium, across Plato, and Anaxagoras, top left. Really dig this phase, really bright at the bottom, look at that. Yeah, so I hope everybody had a good weekend. It's lucky we got another day to rest a little bit late tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be good too. Jammy jams. Of course the moon's coming up with Aldebaran, the star to the top right of it. And I think a little bit M42 and Orion will come up as well. So got a little nebular shots tonight as well. I'm kind of glad that I woke up, actually. It was all nice and cozy, but yeah, gotta get these shots when you can. Radiation effect happening now all across Mare Imbrium. Talked about this yesterday on the stream, just how the Terminator cuts and does this very cool gradation effect on the Mare. Happening hardcore tonight, looking really cool. Yeah, I hope everybody's seeing that for real. Step outside if it's clear. It's actually looking pretty great. Light of the moon coming at you. I'm gonna take a little break from the mic and look for this extender tube so we can get a wide shot. I'll be right back.
Just
Dr. Michael Miller. Peace out. Have a good one. What's up there, Frederick? How you doing? You're welcome. That's very nice of you. So I found the extender tube, got that in, and I just wanted to show you guys Aldebaran. So this is the star coming up ahead of the moon. Always kind of conjoins the waxing crescent, sorry, the waning crescent at this phase. You can see some other stars around it. It is a little haze. I tried to get the earth shine, but it's, excuse me. Yeah, just a tiny bit of haze. Set one more time. And then I'm going to do some zoomed in shots. It would be cool if I could get a crater named after me, but I don't know. It's honestly such a concept to own a piece of something like the moon would just, or to label it even. I always find it funny even calling the craters different names and stuff like, I don't know, it's always kind of been strange, even on Earth. It's like Frederick Street. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for the sentiment. Rolling in on 3 a.m. Eastern Time. Lucky as always to be able to do this and share it. Especially when it's like nice and sharp. So I'm just going to sit here and play some jams. Let me know if you have any requests or any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to rest this voice. You can tell it's a little bit tired. It's called the Plant, and I'll be following it up with So Many Feelings and Soothslayer. recently in 6/4, kind of a swing groove. But just wanted to hop on and show you all this thing. This is a Copernicus crater, which you guys are all familiar with, but looking very hexagonal tonight. And in between the rolling turbulence, you got some pretty gnarly views of it. So just make a note. You can see the broken wall to the left. Pretty detailed central peaks. Kind of great folding structures to the top right. I'm gonna just keep it on here for a second. It's your green window and your violet lips, that your chestnut hair is your courage. It's your 9 to 5, baby, kill the lies. Let us sink 5, 6, 7 in your heart's 11. Got your jiggle to soul, 8 on your bones, coming from the cold. Seeking the bowl. I've been reading and living, just been reading to living. I've been reading and living, just to reading to giving. Since your weird fine head and your cat so touch and your white-lipped dove that you love so much. Now I know what you do with your hallelujah. I know how you feel with your hallelujah. I know you some bones with your hallelujah. Let's just fuck shit up and call it opportunity. Reading and living, just reading to living. I've been reading and living, just to reading to giving. Yeah, so I got Eratosthenes crater right at the very start of the Apennine mountain range, cutting right under the Terminator line, like a little crescent moon of itself. Probably, what would that be, like a 30, maybe a 28% crescent. You can see some nice detail in between Copernicus and Eratosthenes, this kind of what I consider electrical scarring. Those kind of like little dotted chain craters. This is also a notable feature tonight. You can see this is such a particular type of ejecta, or you kind of have spattered ejecta kind of mixing with this chain, this little elevated chain crater structure. Really fascinating. Just gonna hold on this for a second so it focuses. Scroll on up. Move towards the mouth of Mare Imbrium. Check out Plato, which should be... Wait, I'm really close up. Is that Autolycus? Autolycus, please. Right. Montes Rectus, Montes Tenerife. This is cool, check this out. Let me just go pull up my atlas to make sure. But Got this that cool like mountain structure that looks like a word. It's one of the clearest shots I've gotten this season for sure. And nice and sharp.
Calling in from outer space, cold and I'm nowhere to lie. Say that to them and trees, tell me what you'd do with it if you were me. Falling away from the earth, I'm calling up the space, but you don't even hear me. I'm calling down from the fallen. conversation. I just want you. I just want me. I just want us to make love and be free. And be free. And be free.
Yo, yo, guys and gals, this is just gorgeous, gorgeous moonage. Probably some of the best I've gotten to experience in my life. I know it seems pretty extravagant to say that every time is amazing, but it seriously is just ridiculous. Like, what is this cool little feature right here, right in the middle? You kind of see like a baked in. There's so many cool symbols on the moon, you know. It'd be nice to do like this kind of, I was thinking about doing like this cool little diagram showing all the different items that look like symbols and letters and numbers on the moon. There's so many at this point. A little dollar sign or hourglass shape, like a little bell maybe, or even a keyhole. Actually, that's sort of what it looks like. Let me zoom out just a bit more. That shot of Clavius earlier as well, just something extraordinary. So let's hop in there one more time. Notable feature here is you can kind of see normally the chain of craters. Right now they're coming in right under the Terminator, but there's like an oblong, elongated crater between the two small and the top and the big three right in the middle. It's kind of an interesting feature. Let's get in there closer. Look at this. It's a little less noticeable on different phases. So that kind of elongated little crater in between those, that's a notable one. Yeah, just, you know, there are definitely some really clear nights, but it's like it has to coincide with a particular phase and a particular type of weather pattern. Like you can see kind of the turbulent rolls going through, but overall the atmosphere is incredibly still. I mean, but that's, for me, that's down here in Florida. I don't know, Crow was up in, where was he? I think he was north. The skies are definitely different. So much more moisture in the atmosphere, so I'm always kind of thrilled when it's this clear. All right, so the southern tip looking awesome. Let's jump right into Copernicus real quick. This is also looking great. Yeah, that's a great shot, if I may say so. What's up there, Tom? How's it going? Ooh, my fingers, knuckles cracked. Snacks and coffee handy is a good thing. 3:15 a.m. Cheers to all of y'all night owls hanging out with me on the graveyard shift, Crescent moon, first Crescent. I mean last Crescent rather. I'm gonna hang here for about a minute and then keep going north towards Sinus Iridum. What's going on in the chat room? How you guys doing? Anything of note this weekend? How's the weather by you? Yeah, Copernicus is pretty magical. I'm thinking about all these ways that the moon must have been, you know, just 8,000 to 10,000 years ago, like how close it must have been, or whether it was even here or not. Lots of interesting Electric Universe channels kind of opening up here and there. People talking about it, finally. Maybe things will, I don't know if they'll change, but at least some people will kind of get on board with this and maybe we'll start having some interesting discoveries. We really need some, you know, plasma scientists just going haywire in the lab, looking up stuff. We have a few, but it'd be great to have like 20, 30 people doing it with Ken Wheeler and Thunderbolts Project commenting on it. Yeah, ideals. Check this out. So Sinus Iridum, or the Bay of Rainbows, full screen for y'all. This, by the way, has no Barlow. It's just like the camera direct to the 11-inch. Looking really perfect. Nice big C. Planetarium at the top. And Montes Recti at the, yeah. Just let me actually stay down here for a second. Keep the shot for a bit. So cool. That's the kind of detail everybody yearns for. Awesome, Heather, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I kind of should be taking snapshots, so let's hit that. Look at that. Fantastically sharp tonight. Now, what's cool is that this is like, I'm just gonna go out there and say it just because I probably have to do a little bit more research, but I feel like I've gotten this type of shot before. I have a video from maybe a year ago, and I wonder if it's almost exactly a year ago where it was this crisp. That would be amazing if it actually kind of got into focus over courses of the year. But like I said, every time I watch, I learn something new. And what is it, going on like 3-4 years? I feel like 10 years of doing this, I'll finally have something to say about it. That's a conservative estimate. So check it out, Anaxagoras. Looking really interesting because of the angle. Usually it's very white and you can kind of see the rays coming off of it. Unless I'm wrong, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, that's not Anaxagoras, but it feels like that's where it should be. Or is that Anaxagoras? Sorry y'all, I need to pull up my atlas real quick. Right, quick. Right now I have like 2-3 monitors up, and I feel like I need like 2 more just to see everything at once. The amount of electromagnetic waves around me right now is probably not good. But you gotta do what you can. I'm gonna go wide for a second, get some wide footage while I look this up. That's really gorgeous, check this out. Little slice of pizza, large slice of pizza. Breeze just came through. Sometimes I feel like I'm sailing, being so close to the water, and that kind of moon breeze comes through, the ionic wind, calling us out to the oceans. I'm just logging some footage here for processing. And then we'll move south again. M42 will be visible shortly as well. That's going to be great. Get back to the wide view for that one. Man, I'm losing my voice. Forgive me, y'all. I've got like frogs in the throat. Really stoned frogs. Magic. All right. Raja. So this area around Copernicus looks really great. You can kind of see the rays in a lot of definition tonight. I want to hit that contrast up and see what goes on. Blasted some color. Yeah, so added some saturation to it, a little bit of contrast, and got some really fantastic feature coming out of Copernicus. And of course, Sinus Iridum, some greens and browns. Part of the makeup of the Mari, the titanium richness and the iron, causing different coloration. Like sliding down past, let's see, Mari humorum, Borealis crater along that smudgy line, the double ray coming out of Tycho, but Tycho's now right in the dark. That's a little crescent, and Clavius. Let's zoom back into Clavius and make note on that other feature. Right, so this area where it looks just like really tortured Earth, or tortured Moon rather, I find so fascinating, wondering how that was all formed. Like, was the surface bubbling like magma and then kind of froze, or was it etched or stretched? I need to alleviate some of this contrast, but yeah, that's good. I don't know, I think that might have been a wave. Like just now. So interesting. You guys notice that? It wasn't a typical like double one, but I felt like I saw one of those thin lines go across. Could have just been the turbulence. So I haven't given a lot of love to the other areas of the moon. Let's do that. Let's check out Aristarchus, Kepler, and some of the southern regions around Gassendi. Or maybe it's just getting too hazy. Is that what's going on? I feel like I'm losing the view a little bit. Aristarchus looks really interesting tonight, almost a straight-on view. Looking the most square, almost. So top down, right into the crater, you can kind of see the walls, a little bit of Herodotus, but Schroeder's Valley is kind of a little obscured. Was it? Did you guys notice that? I'm not so sure. But it popped out at me. I felt like when it got clear, for a second there was kind of one of those very thin lines that went across it, but it didn't look like the double kind of the typical thing. I don't know. I'll probably have to review the footage. But we make note. Always make note. Yeah, so getting deep on Aristarchus here for a second, and then Prins above it, the kind of little rimmed crater, the pyroclastic structure. See, lots of atmospheric, almost like lunar disturbance on this portion. Much hazier than the others, than Clavius and Sinus Iridum. Let's take a look at Kepler, see what's going on there. Kepler looking a little bit better than Aristarchus. Nice defined rays. Actually, what's very cool that I just kind of noticed about Kepler is that Kepler is almost like like an image, like a symbol of a solar system in a way. So if Kepler crater right at the center, you have the little planets, the little planetoid craterlets around it. It's almost like its own mini solar system. It's really weird. It's the first time I've ever noticed that. That's what it looks like. It looks like its own sun, like it is the sun, I mean. Yeah, you know, guys, I kind of ramble on about the periodolia on the moon, so take it with a grain of salt. That's pretty neat, pretty neat. What's interesting as well is like around Kepler, actually from a distance, also looks like there's almost a diamond shape around it as well. So comparatively, let's take a look at Copernicus and see how much sharper it is. Just partly, I bet you it's just because of the angle of the tilt of the moon and the sun and the radiation energy coming off of it. It's just at a particular angle where, I guess, towards the northern part, it's just looking much sharper, and the rest is kind of looking fuzzier. So you see, like, little turbulence, but still the clarity is much more defined. Very, very hexagonal looking, partly because we're looking right at it. Like, it looks like we're looking at it from overhead, if that makes sense. Definitely up there with the best Copernicus footage I've gotten. Wobbliness has set back in for. Been seeing that kind of recently. I guess it's coming up on a certain part of the sky where that current exists. So it's getting a little wibbly on us. Little wibbly. No less sharp, no less sharp. Let's stick around just a little bit more. And this portion right here, this is part of the Apennine mountain range reaching in to Eratosthenes. Let's zoom in, this part looks cool. Yeah, what it do? Normally it's a double one, and I didn't see the second one. So not sure it was that, but I definitely thought I saw something anomalous. We're just making note of it, you know? Eratosthenes in view. Like I said earlier, it's got its own little crescent moon inside it. Kind of the beginning of the mountain range, the Apennine mountain range. It looks so tech. That's actually pretty neat. That's a totally different view of Huygens' sword, or Rupus recta. Rupus. Alright, so this is actually very cool. I mean, I've captured Huygens' sword before, but this is one of those really nice ones where it's right under the Terminator, and so it's kind of split, but this is what they call the straight wall. Yeah, the handle to the bottom right is looking excellent because it's getting that kind of that particular angle of reflection, so it's a shiny handle. Let me blow it out just a little bit more so you can see some detail. But that's really cool, notable feature for the session. Yeah, let it focus in for a second. Punching the microphone. It's truly a wonder what coffee will do. 2 hours ago, I could not imagine being this awake right now. I was on the verge of dreaming with the Steven Stranger. Love it, going up on this Terminator line or the splitter. Hopefully one day I'll be able to just call out every single little feature off the top of my head. But right now it's still kind of mysterious. I know my markers. I think, yeah, there we go. Let's back up to Eratosthenes. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get up and check this view. I feel like losing a little bit of clarity, possibly because of the window. Let's get back to the wide shot and yeah, let's see what's going on with M42. Do a little bit of nebula. Moon has been very good to us tonight. One last pass around. Mare Humorum, Oceanus Procularum, Gassendi, bottom left. Yeah, awesome. All right. Let's switch it up. winding it down. So yeah, the moon cleared my window at this point, so that's it for the moon. But lovely shot here of M42 Nebula and Orion. Thanks, Starseed. Appreciate you hanging out. Take it easy. Yo, it's there, David Schmidt. Thanks for joining. Just about to wrap it up over here, but closing out with some shots of M42 Nebula, as I said. So this is live video right now. I got the settings maxed out, a little bit of contrast thrown in, but you can really see how incredible it is to just see like massive plasma clouds just from our backyard. This is obviously the easiest nebula to see with a telescope or binoculars, but still, the majesty, the majesty of it is not lost. Almost like a little candle on a flame. But then you look at the trapezium four-star cluster in the middle, it looks like little spider eyes. Let me know what you think of the nebular shot. Earlier I took a snapshot at like 3.5 seconds. I kind of zoomed in on it, but just wanted to get some live footage of it, see if something passes by, like an asteroid or a comet. All right, everybody, that's it for me. Almost 4 a.m. Good show tonight. Appreciate everybody hanging out, and have an excellent, laborious Monday, non-laborious Monday. And tell somebody about space. Tell somebody about the moon. And be good, be safe. Catch you all soon. All right. Let's take us out to something. What should we play? What should I play? All right, well, I'm gonna let M42 drift off.